for me, Miss Lisa? That would be good. Fix it for me. Fix it for me. That would be lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, good morning. Good morning. We're going to let a few of y'all join this morning. Let a few of y'all get joined this morning, and we will see how it goes. How was your evening, Miss Lisa? Good morning, Colestad. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Good morning, Miss Kelly. Good morning. Good morning. Good. Glad to hear. Glad to hear y'all. So we are going to continue the process of making the quilt today. Let me show you the squares. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, Miss Lisa. Let me show you the squares that we got finished yesterday. So yesterday, because I think maybe 3 or 4 more squares to do today. Once we get all those squares pieced, I'm hoping we're going to try this. We're going to go in and we're going to lay this out. We're going to get it all laid out, and then we are going to see how we want to get it pieced. And then we're going to come back over to the machine, and we will start piecing that quilt. So we're going to start piecing it. So the ones that we got done yesterday, let's look at the ones we got done yesterday. So we have this one, a high from Ohio, 2 inches of snow so far. A good sewing day. Wow. Sending you some warm vibes this morning, Miss Marnie. Sending you some warm vibes. So let's look at the squares we got done yesterday. So here is one of the squares. And y'all, depending on what strip we added is depending on how it went. So each one pops the different colors. Each one of these pops a different color in there. So kind of cool, kind of cool. Exciting, y'all. And I'm thinking we're going to see if we can get this one into the middle. Good morning. Good morning, Anna. Oh, and I just remembered, I'm going to turn the mirror off. I'm going to turn that mirror off. I ended up not turning it off until halfway through yesterday. So I apologize on that one. So these are gorgeous, y'all. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Da-doom, da-doom. I figured we'd show all the squares we got done yesterday this morning, and then we'll go finish. I can't remember. We got a few more to finish this morning. Once we get those finished, we will go and see how we want them laid out. Once we get them laid out, I'll show you how I stack them. I'll show you how I stack the rows. That way it's an easier process on how you stack the rows. And that way you know which way you're stitching them together. So this is going to be gorgeous. Going to be gorgeous, y'all. Going to be gorgeous. So we got quite a few done yesterday. We got quite a few of these done yesterday. Okay, so we got a couple more to do this morning. It's like the stack keeps going, y'all. The stack keeps it going. Just keep a stitching. Just keep a stitching. How we doing this morning? How we doing this morning? We got a few of y'all over on TT. We've got a few of y'all over on YT. Thank y'all for joining on both platforms. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly, greatly appreciate it, y'all. So, okay, last one. Okay, so let's get back over to the sewing machine. That way we can go ahead and finish those last squares. Once we get them all done, we need to iron them. We'll get them all ironed and pressed, and then we'll go lay it out. So we should be able to get it all pieced today, and maybe do the sandwiching. Once we get it all sandwiched, possibly start quilting. If not, we will be quilting tomorrow. So definitely moving that on progress. So I think I'm hoping. Good morning, Pretty. I'm hoping. Turn y'all here. Turn back over here. Can't remember. We're gonna have to see how many we have to go here. Moving y'all down. How's Miss Prenny this morning? That one. It is chilly this morning. Chilly. Let's see how many we got to go. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3. We got 4 more to go, y'all. 4 more to go. So we will get going on these. Let's see. We have two something. So 2 of that one. Looks like I got 2 of that one. We're so close, y'all. I lost. There's my other piece. I was like, what did I do with my other piece? Okay. Good morning, Miss Nancy. How are you? How are you? Doom. Good morning. Good morning. Anybody that's joining, this week is a whole process on quilting. So we are going to be making the whole quilt. Yesterday we got quite a few squares pieced. We got 4 more squares to piece this morning. We'll get those pieced this morning. Once we get those pieced, we'll get them all pressed, and then we'll take them over and get them laid out so we can figure out how we want to lay that out. And then come back and stitch it all together. Have that needle in the down position, y'all. That needle in the down position. So that way when you have your start and your stop on there. So, but on here, you're going to press. I do this, just a hand finger press there. And then add another one to the other side. Let it stitch a couple stitches and then trim it off on the bottom. And I just leave like a 1/4 inch on the bottom. Really gonna have to change that bobbin out. Nice thing about this machine is it has a bigger bobbin in it. It has a bigger bobbin. So good morning, Miss Maddie. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. How we all doing? Said we have 4 more squares. So we got this one and then 3 more that we're gonna get stitched up, and then we'll get those pressed and we're gonna lay it out, y'all. These are gonna be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Excited for these. These are trimmed off. How was everybody's Monday? Hopefully you had a good Monday. Run that scissors and we're gonna swap out that bobbin. I filled bobbins the other day, which is nice. Take that one out. Put in a new bobbin. You always want that bobbin. Just so you know, when you load these bobbins, good morning, Ivy. When you load these bobbins, you want to make sure it goes counterclockwise. You don't want them going clockwise. You want it counterclockwise. When you pull that thread, you want it going counterclockwise when you load that into the machine. So, nice thing about this machine, it won't let you load it backwards because of the shape of the bobbins. They just pop in one way. So, okay. That sounds better. That sounds better. It's cold. 21 in Texas this morning. It's a little chilly here. It is a little chilly here. It's going to be cold walking this morning, that's for sure. It's going to be a little chilly walking. What kind of machine? So it's a Husqvarna 980Q. So this one is a 980Q. So this one is my machine that if I love piecing with it. It's a quilting machine is what it is. But y'all, this thing will sew through like 16 layers, y'all. It is crazy cold here. 1 degree and snowing. Oh my gosh, Emma. That is cold. Where are we all at this morning? What's your temperatures, y'all? It's cold. That is cold. 1 degree. That is cold. That is cold. I'm saying it's probably in the lower 30s here this morning. That's what I'm saying. Probably. Cold. That is cold. My gosh. 1 degrees. That's one of those that you get your coffee at 34 in Southern Idaho. Woo! I think that's about what it is here. 30 at the beginning of the 25 and snowing. Wow, y'all. That's cold. Cold. I like warm weather. I like the warm weather. Granted, when it gets like 120 degrees, that's a little warm, but that's when I guess it's the same when it snows. So, you just stay in, and when it's snowing, you stay in and drink that coffee or hot cocoa and you sew. And I guess when it's hot and 120 degrees outside, got my sinks dripping. Probably good thing, Miss Emma. I remember doing that as a kid, having your sinks drip. It's like you got to leave them dripping so they don't freeze. Leave your sinks dripping so they don't just that little drip. So, I need 2 of something. I'm running out of 2s, y'all. I'm running out of 2s. There's 2. I got 2 of this one. Okay. Good morning. We got 3 more squares to do, y'all. 3 more squares. Then we'll get them pressed. And I'm excited to see how this lays out. Super excited. I know Miss Amy sent me a message yesterday. She's like, I missed your live. It was the first day. So this is for her. We did the last one. The chicken quilt was for her mother-in-law. And this one is for her mother. So she thought about it. She goes, I'm going to be in trouble if I don't have my mother one. She goes, that'd be bad. Got my mother-in-law one made and not my mother. So needless to say, we're getting this one made. So we are getting this one made. Good morning. We'll listen and way to work. All right, Miss Jennifer, be careful driving, please. That's a nice thing is you can kind of listen as you're going. So kind of listen as you're going. You'd be like, all right, I'm listening to the sewing machines get rolling. Just keep her rolling there. So we got a flash go. So look at these. Like I said, we have 3 more squares. 3 more squares, y'all. I'm excited. We came so close yesterday to getting them all stitched up, but that's okay. That is okay. I just leave about a 1/4 of an inch fabric on the end. Thanks for the heart me's, y'all. Thanks for the heart me's. Good morning. Good morning. Get this one stitched. I hear the trucks running outside. Everybody's cranking their trucks, getting ready to go to work. Those diesel trucks. Hear those diesel trucks. Good morning. Oh no, you're good, Cynthia. You don't need to apologize. You do not need to apologize. All right. One more strip here, and we're almost there, y'all. Two more. We got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. I'm excited. Excited. Two more. Man, yesterday was a crazy day, y'all. I am hoping today does not continue that process. That's all I got to say. Hopefully today does not continue because I had enough of yesterday. All right. All right, Miss Lisa. Thanks for joining. How pretty is that, y'all? How pretty. Good morning, Miss Anna. I already said morning to you, so. Yes, it was, Miss Lisa, and we're not having that day again. Okay, 2 more, y'all. 2 more. Let's see what we got going. I don't think I have 2 of anything else now. I may have to make do here. May have to make a do. Almost thinking what we could do is do 2 of that one on one. Let's do this. Good morning. Good morning, Julie. Good morning. Good morning. Trying to get these squares done right quick. I'm ready to get it pieced into a quilt, y'all. I'm hoping we got time to get it all sandwiched and everything. I'm hoping I don't have to go to the shed. I'm hoping there's enough batting on that bolt. It's cold outside. I don't want to go to the shed. Good morning, Miss Abby. You're back. I'm excited. That's 2 days in a row, Miss Abby. I'm excited. We're going to make this a daily thing for you, Miss Abby. We're going to make this a daily thing. Excited. Yee, right? She's one of the team there, Miss Cynthia. One of the team. We got to get her in here every day. It just makes your day, Miss Abby. Good morning. Thank y'all for joining. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. So if y'all are just joining, we are finishing piecing. We've got 2 more squares to do here. 2 more squares. And then we're going to get them all pressed. And then we're going to go lay them out. We are going to go lay them out. See what way is going to look best. I think we may have a couple extra squares, but right, Miss Abby? Telling you. I think we might have a couple extra squares, which is fine. It's fine if we have a couple extra. So we're going to, I think we're going to add. We're going to make this one work. The other color here is kind of the same. How was your day yesterday, Miss Abby? How was your day? I'm trying to do a basic bowl cover and the needle is wild. Is it not liking it? Because your bowl, the bowl covers. Do I have the recording of my live for the bowl cover there, Miss Cynthia? I can't remember. So yeah, the curves can be fun. Yeah. Fun. Right? It's like Miss Nikki says, she goes, your meandering is not as fun as you say it is. I'm like, sure it is. Sure it is. I'm sewing a strip together here, y'all, because I'm getting to the point where I'm out of 2 strips on there. So I'm out of 2 strips. So we're making strips. It's so close to being long enough, but that's okay. That is okay, because it will still be good. Okay, so we get this one stitched, and one more, y'all. One more. And pressing is fun. You gotta get them all pressed. Don't forget to trim that one off, Miss Carrie. Trim that one off. I talk to myself all the time here. It's like, what are you doing? I do that at work. I'll be like, I'll talk to myself. Setting up a sewing lab for the kids. How awesome, Miss Abby. That is so awesome. Are you going to do home ec? That is cool. Very cool. Exciting. Okay. One more down, y'all. One more down. Okay. Last one. Oh, no, there's 2 more. Dadgummit, how is there 2 more? How did we end up with 2 more? I don't know how that's possible. Hold on. Now, let's see. I'm liking that one. We have another one that's kind of close to that one. Kind of close. Thinking close enough. I'm liking the orange. How many kids you got in the school right now there, Miss Abby? 5 in elementary. So are they still closing it at the end of this year? Are they still going to close it? Are you going to have to go to the other location? Miss Abby's in a small location in Colorado. And I know they were talking about closing the schools, so. Good morning, y'all. Thanks for joining. Okay, so we officially have 2 more to go. 2 more. Long story. As long as we can keep 5, we're good. Oh, okay. You'll have to fill me in, Miss Abby. It's been a while since we've talked. You'll have to fill me in. Da-doom. These are going to be pretty. We have 1 more after this. I thought we were on the last one, but no. We got 1 more, y'all. 1 more to go here. And then, y'all, I'm excited to see how this gets pieced. How's the serger, Miss Abby? I walk around now saying da boom, da boom. You're funny, Cynthia. You are funny. One more to go, y'all. 1 more square. Good morning over on YT. How are you? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. You catch yourself saying it at work, at home. Absolutely awesome. I did a rolled ham on a tablecloth and napkins for Mom. Awesome. Tell your mother I said hi. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning. Oh, by the way, I accidentally texted Missy the other day. I guess it was a couple weeks ago, because I was trying to text Lisa's sister, Missy, and then instead I texted your sister, Missy. She's probably going, what the hey is this? So it was kind of entertaining. I'm like, oh, that's funny. That was funny. Because both my friends' sister is named Missy. Good morning, Jeanette. Good morning. We're going to finish this one. Then we got 1 more. We got 1 more square after this, y'all. 1 more. Carrie. Oh, thank you. All right. So here is this one. Now, last one, y'all. Last one. Here we go. Let's see if we can find. Three colors. We're going to see if we have 4 different ones of these, because we had 4 different ones of the other one. Y'all, I'm going to have so many scraps with this. So many different scraps. This one has 1, 2, 3. Come on, give me 4 of one of these, y'all. 4 of one of these. Really? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find something for the last square. Something for the last square. Guess we're going to do this. So I have one of these, one of these, and one of these. So we're going to do one of each. And then the last side, I don't know what we're going to do yet. I'll figure it out. I shall figure it out. Do that. You know what? I'm going to do one more of these. I'm going to do one more of these. I just don't like that one. We're going to do one more of these. Because we already did one of these, so we're going to do another one. Maybe we'll put it on the 2 top corners, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. If I need another one, once we get it laid out, we'll figure that out. Figure that one out. I'm excited. This is the last square, y'all. Ow, that was my hand that I trimmed. Thanks for the follow, y'all. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. We are hanging out this morning. So the whole week, we are doing the whole process of a quilt, y'all. The whole process of a quilt. So first, yesterday we pieced the majority of the squares. We pieced the majority of the squares yesterday. We're finishing this last one. Finishing these squares this morning. Then we'll get it all pressed. This one had a spot, so we may not use this one. Getting it all pressed. Once we get it all pressed, we will take it in and we will lay it out, see which way we're going to stitch it all together. Once we get that done, then we're going to sandwich that quilt. I'm going to show y'all how to sandwich a quilt. Once we get it all sandwiched, let's see if we have time to get it loaded into the embroidery machine. Why do you leave the little ends at the end of the corners? Hold on. What was that question? Why do you leave the little at the end of the corners? You mean, I'm not sure what the question is. You mean why am I using these? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, nice. I love this machine. Yes, this is an awesome machine. My husband got me this machine a couple years ago as a surprise. So it was kind of cool. The beginning and end. So I use these pieces of thread. So I don't know if whenever you're stitching and you have two pieces of fabric that you're stitching together and you start stitching, if you don't have a start and a stop on it, sometimes you notice that it bunches. So this eliminates that bunch at the beginning or the end of your quilt square, because you start with the little piece of fabric, and then you start it there, and then it starts stitching. As it starts stitching, it stitches, and then you just feed this in, and then you don't have that bunch. It's just a preference. I learned it in a retreat I did one year, and I don't know, I've done it ever since. Oh, what? Oh, so I do that just to make sure that I have enough at the end. I got you. Yeah, just to make sure that I have enough at the end, because the way we're doing this is I'm just measuring by eye. And sometimes you can be a little off when you're stitching. So I'd rather have too much than not enough. And it's just a little bit, just enough to make sure that there's enough at the end. I got you. Sorry. Didn't understand the question there. All right, one more side, y'all. One more side. We're almost done. We were almost done. One more side here. One more side. That one's done. I have lots for the abstract. I'm going to use these for the abstract, I think. I think we'll probably bind with these too. That'll be kind of fun binding with these. It's just a fun jelly roll. It is a fun jelly roll. Connecting threads. It comes from connecting threads. That's where the jelly roll comes from. Okay, so we'll get this last one stitched. Yay, that's the last square, y'all. Last square. Okay. Trim off this. And I have to say, really liking the one with all the different ones here. So y'all want to laugh? So it's funny. I don't know if you can see, but I have, hold on. I'm going to go down a little bit. Look at my pants. They're like full of white pieces, It's kind of funny. Okay. So we're going to go around this way. Stay there. Grab the rest of these squares because we have all the other squares here. So what we'll do is get that iron turned on. Ow. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get these ironed. So, and I'm going to press these. So, and I press it. I use the best press when I press these. So we'll get them all pressed. And then, like I said, we will go and get this laid out. We'll get it all laid out and see what this is going to stitch up to be. So I'm excited, y'all. I am excited to see. So I'm thinking it's going to be pretty. Pretty. Lay these out here. I'm going to turn right. Isn't the flowers pretty? It's going to be pretty. Iron all warmed up. Good morning, y'all. Shouldn't take too long to get these pressed. Get the iron. Come on, warm up iron. It's telling me it's cold. It's telling me it's cold is what it's telling me. So, but, so what's everybody's thoughts on the heart flowers? Right? Isn't it? It's going to be cool. So, and this is a fun way. This is a fun way to do a quilt. This is a fun, easy way, good starter quilt. Anybody that wants to do, that hasn't made a quilt, that's a little, not sure if they can, this is a really fun way to do this. So, you just take a square in the middle and then you just take strips and you add a strip, add a strip, add a strip, and add a strip, kind of like, almost like the same process as like a log cabin process. So, and then we're going to take and we are going to press this all pressed. That way, gosh, y'all, wait till you see it pressed. It's amazing. You sit there and look at the square. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure if I like the square. It's amazing what pressing a square can do, y'all. Look at the difference. Look at the difference on what pressing it can do. Right? Isn't that gorgeous? It is gorgeous. Each one of these just adds a different touch to it. So we're going to go through and get all these all pressed out. Take just a couple minutes. And y'all, this iron is awesome because there's no cable connected to it. Whoever came up with a wireless iron, I'm saying thank you. So, well, I mean, I guess I know who did because it was, and I got it on A. I got it on A. So, I'll just show all of them as we go, y'all. I'll show all of them as we go. I don't need a co-host, but thank you. You have a cordless iron on my Christmas. Be like, what is my list? My list is a cordless iron. I need that cordless iron. Y'all, it's a game changer. It is a total game changer. Because, when you're sitting there, it's Panasonic. If you look on A, you can see it. You have the same iron. Isn't it nice, Nancy? And y'all, sometimes you have those irons that, this doesn't iron very well. This irons really, really well. And y'all, especially in a small space. If you just have a small space and having cords hanging around is just really not an option, this makes a difference. Makes a difference, y'all. That iron will be my Christmas gift to me, right, Pearl? I'm telling you. There's just some things that you need. You have that iron also, right? I went to their website and it's cheaper than on Amazon. Y'all, Pearl is saying check the website instead of on A. She's saying it's cheaper over on their website. So just as a FYI. So thanks for sharing that, Pearl. Thanks for sharing that. Sometimes you got to do some research. Sometimes you got to do some research to see. So yes, holiday sales. Yes. It's nice that they can do that. Nice that they can do that. Really liking the squares, y'all. Really liking the squares. I'm excited. Excited here, y'all. That jelly rose, right? I'm telling you, Miss Nancy. And actually, Amy found it. She goes, hey, she found the flowers. She found the flowers that she wanted printed. So, and then I was looking at different stuff, sending her things, and she's like, this just popped up. What do you think about this? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like a perfect match for this. It was a perfect match. So I'm excited, y'all. This one's a cool square. Kind of like that one. Almost make me want to think I should have done 4 different sides on all of them, but no, it's okay. It's okay. So. I did 2 with the 2 different sides. So, but I don't know what we're going to do. Once we get it all laid out, we'll see exactly how we'll get it pieced. But I really like them with the one around it too. I really like them with just the one around it. But I have to say, y'all, I think this is going to be my fabric for the abstract we're going to do. I think this is going to be my fabric for that abstract. Pretty, 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 pretty. Telling you, each color just makes each one pop differently. Each one just pops a little bit different there, y'all. Good morning, Dee. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Linda. How are you this morning? Good morning, y'all. We are getting these all pressed. Once we get them all pressed, we will move over and we will get it laid out. We're going to get it all laid out. It's going to be gorgeous. Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. Sometimes ironing can be therapy too, y'all. Especially when you're ironing gorgeous quilt squares. Gorgeous quilt squares. Can y'all believe it's already December? How did this year go by? This was like a quick year, y'all. This was a quick year. Good morning, Mandy. You're good. You're good. Good morning, y'all. A few more to go. So we're getting them all pressed. Once we get them all pressed, we're going to go on a walkabout. So anybody that doesn't know, I live in a fifth wheel. And the only way I have to lay these out is on my bed. So y'all be able to see the quilt my husband made is on the bed. So y'all be able to see that. So I'm hoping my setup, I'm going to be able to show y'all. I'm hoping I may have to raise the laptop stand up a little bit. So might have to raise that up a little bit. Stay there. Right, Miss Abby? Isn't it crazy? It's crazy how fast this pieces together. And then it turns out so gorgeous. So gorgeous. You know, you have all these quilts, you know, that are, you know, there's so, I mean, and they're all gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. They're all gorgeous. But some of those ones that take a long time, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to do like those. So, right, Mandy? It's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thanks for joining, y'all. Thanks for joining. We're getting this all pressed. We're almost done here. We just got a couple more to go here. Once we get it all pressed, like I said, we're going to go lay this out. I'm excited. I'm excited, y'all. Excited, excited. We're going to see exactly what this is going to look like. I said I kind of like this. I almost wish I would have done a few more this way, but that's okay. That one, I think somebody said yesterday that maybe just do that as a center square. So we might just do that. I'm liking this pink. This is a cool pink. Of course, I love pink. I like pink. I like purple. I just like colors. I don't know. I just like colors, y'all. Give me colors. I like colors. Da-doom, da-doom. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, couple more here. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Angela? Thanks for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. How's Miss Linda this morning? How are you this morning? How is everybody? Besides cold. A lot of y'all are cold. Somebody said it was 1 degree there. That's just cold, y'all. Like, I think I'll stay in around the heater. Do some sewing. Do some sewing there. I'm good. Just been listening while I was cleaning work. Awesome. 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 All right. Last square, y'all. Last one. Get this one pressed. And then I'm excited to see how it's going to lay out. Excited to see how it's going to lay out. And I'm going to show y'all my trick on, because we'll get it all laid out. And then I'll show y'all my trick I have on how I stack it. Because I stack it just so I know when I get back to the sewing machine exactly how I'm going to stitch it. So, because, you know, you can stack it all together and then you'll be like, you get back to the sewing machine. I'm like, how was I going to sew that together? I don't remember how I was going to sew that together. So I have a little trick on how I do it. So I will share that trick with y'all. I like to share tricks. And maybe y'all have a different way. Maybe y'all have a different way. I'm going to turn that iron off. Okay. There we go. There we go. Good morning, Miss Amy. Y'all, this is Miss Amy's quilt. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So last square. Okay. So all the squares are pieced. Y'all ready to go on walkabout? We are going to walkabout. Definitely need that trick. All right, Miss Abby. I'm going to show y'all the trick. So let me unplug this from power. And we are going to go on walkabout. So let me move that. Okay. Going on walkabout. I haven't gone on walkabout with the laptop one yet, so we're going to see how that works. We are going to see how that works. Hold on. And I will show you Ma's quilt as we go by. I'll show you Ma's quilt as we go by. So, and we have a puzzle piece over here on TT. Don't miss the puzzle, Carrie, because that's bad. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Small spaces. Okay, small spaces. So I'm going to turn y'all this way so y'all can see as we go by. Going on walkabout, y'all. So this quilt right here, it's hanging sideways, but this is the quilt that I made when my mother passed away. So this is the quilt. This is what I did. This was my therapy for when Ma passed away. So this helped me heal. So needless to say, I have that hanging in here. So like I said, it hangs across the two windows. I was going to hang it the other way, but it just didn't work out very well. So I don't know. I may do something different with it, but I like it. I like it. So, all right. So we're going to continue on this way. So I'm going to turn y'all this way. I'm going to turn that one. I'm going to hit that right there. All right. Pick you up. I said, y'all going on walkabout here. Going on walkabout. Okay. So turn the light on. Turn the light on. Hoping this works. I'm thinking we may be okay. Okay. So actually, this is going to work out really well. Guys. Hey, how about that? Okay. So this quilt is the quilt my husband made. He made this quilt. This is he and I kind of pieced it together, but I'm saying it's more or less his quilt. So isn't that gorgeous? Right? Isn't that cool? So this square right here, the square you see this is an X block. So that's an X block quilt. So, or quilt square. Fun square to make. We'll have to do that one. I know I've done that one before, but we may have to do it again. We might have to do that one again. So, but this is how I lay a quilt out. So what we'll do is we'll start, and I'm thinking we'll start laying. I'm thinking we'll have to go a little further. Well, let's just start on this side. We'll just start on this side. Like there. I can't remember if I do 3 across. We're going to do 3 across first. We may have to add a strip. We're going to see how many we have here. That one's going to be the center one. So we're going to put him right there. This, oh my gosh. As we lay this out, this is crazy, y'all. Look what this is doing. Are y'all seeing this? This is just gorgeous. I might have to turn you over on YT, turn y'all down a little bit so you can see the squares. Let's see if I can turn it down just a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to add some more. This is going to be completely gorgeous, y'all. So we got 2 extra squares. Do I want to swap any of these out? Do I want to swap? That one has got a mark on it, so I'm going to move that one up there. I'm going to put this one down here. I want the pink one in there. We need this pink one in there. What other one do I want to swap out? Let's put you in there. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. Okay. What y'all's thoughts? What do you think? You're on both. Yay! YT is better. Yeah, it's a bigger view, y'all. A bigger view. So, right? Isn't the colors gorgeous? I'm thinking this is going to be gorgeous, y'all. So we good with this layout? What do you think, guys? Are we good with this layout? Thanks, Ari. Thank you. Can't see the first row. You can't see. Let's move. Is that better? Is that a better view? Sorry about that. Y'all, if you go over to YT, there's like a whole view of it. It's like a huge view. This is kind of cool. I'm excited, right? Okay, so if we're good with that, so we have 2 extra squares we'll have to do something with. I'm not sure exactly. You good with the placement? Yes. Miss Amy, do you like? Oh no. Miss Amy, you here? I want to make sure that she likes the layout. Do pillows. Oh, that's an idea. Thanks, Mandy. Thank you. Very nice. I like the colors in each row for me. Okay, yes. All right. She must not be on here anymore. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to be good with that. Okay, so now I'm going to show y'all my trick. So thinking this is a good layout. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to just grab this one. Grab that one. Okay, so there's my first row. My second row. I'm going to show you how we do the second row. So I'm going to grab them, make that same stack again, but then I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to fold that one in half and stack on there. So there's that next row. And then the next one, same thing. So we're going to grab it, and I'm going to put it on top of the folded one. Next one, grab it, fold it. And then the folded one goes right there on top. And then your next one, you grab it, and then there. That way it's all laid out, and now each one is stacked. So you just take your first row and stack it. You take your next row, roll it up, and then fold it over. That's your next row. And then your next one and your next one. Glad you're liking it, Miss Amy. Glad you're liking it. So yeah, it's a simple trick, because you get there and you're like, wait a minute, where's the last square in that row? I don't know. All right, back to the sewing machine, y'all. Let's go get this thing pieced. We'll press it, and we'll then come back over here and lay it out, and we'll start sandwiching. I'm hoping we'll have time. I think we'll have time. This thing, we're going back on walkabout, y'all. Right? Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to tell him. He's funny. He told me, he goes, quit showing my quilt. People are going to want my quilt. And I'm like, I know, but they can't have that one. They cannot have that one. We're going, how did I get in here? See, this is what happens in the small space. Don't fall off the stairs, Carrie. So I usually don't go backwards. So was the deer a panel or a cut apart? So the inside of the middle of the deer was a deer. Was a panel. Thanks for the follow, Amanda. And then we added the rest of it out to the outside. So okay, there we go. Y'all, I'm in a fifth wheel. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Thanks for the follows. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to go back this way. Y'all get to see Ma again. Say hi, Ma. Good morning, Ma. So, and then another quilt. Y'all, my house is full of quilts. It's funny. Full of quilts. If we look this way here, I'll show you. I'll give you a little. So these are the recliners we sit in. Of course, what's all over them? Quilts. My house is just a quilt. Full of quilts. We're going to go in a circle. Sorry. That way I can get this back in here. This back in here. It's the only way that I could figure out how to get you guys there. Okay. There we go. We're back. We're back. Good morning. Sorry, Deidre. We were on walkabout. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get this all stitched in here. Sit back down. Okay, here we go. What would be a good starter sewing machine? Brothers make really good machines. If you want to send me a message, Amanda, I can give you a few options. So, is it hard to keep the RV cool in the summer? Do the quilts? Yes. So, actually heat and cool. The quilts over the windows, you could use curtains. You can use curtains too. This is actually over a door. The one behind me, there's a door right here. But I like quilts. I like to do quilts. So, but yeah. So, okay. So let's do this. I'm going to take all these, move all the strips. We got strips. I'll organize them. I'll get them all organized. I'm going to put them. I got a box here. I'm throwing them in a box. Throw them in a box. Okay. So we have our first row. And the nice thing is remember, because we just stacked these up, I know where to grab it because the other one is a fold. So first row. So we're going to let's sew these together. I'm excited. Y'all excited? I'm excited. Then get sewing on this one. Make sure it's lined up. And you can clip these together if you wanted, or you can just stitch them. Either way, guys. So we got that one stitched. Oh my gosh, guys, this is gonna be cool. I'm excited. Isn't the different colors is just making it pop, y'all. The different colors, y'all, check this out. As it's stitching together, it just makes it pop. It just completely makes it pop. Quilts are way more interesting to look at than curtains and thicker. I agree with you. Do you sign your quilts? I do, Deidre. My name is on the back of all my quilts, So nice thing is I just grabbed the folded set. That is your next row. So we will get our next row sewed together. Make sure the hearts are, if you have directional fabric, make sure that you have the right sides up. I'm not having any luck when I quilt. Sewing machine's tension is so tight and puckers. Oh no, Grace. Oh no. And that happens, guys, sometimes. So sewing is not always fun. You have those days that nothing wants to sew correctly. And then it's just like, yeah, no. But it's all right. You just keep going. Sometimes you walk away. And I think your machine knows. I've decided that my machine knows when I need a break. Because it'll be like, you are not sewing today, and no matter what you do, nothing is going to sew right. Nothing is going to sew right for you today. So, like, come on. Like, I want to get this done. Nope. Sorry. Then you have other days it just sews gorgeous. Just sews out gorgeous. Grab my clips. Oops. Thankful for clips, y'all. Thankful for clips. So, all right. So we now have 2 rows done. So we're going to stitch those 2 rows together. This will stitch pretty quickly, y'all. This will stitch up pretty quickly. Pretty quickly here. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Now we're going to line this one up. And what I do is I line them up like this on the way it's supposed to go together, and then I fold it down. That way you know that you're actually stitching it together right. So, and then I take and clip it. It stitches a little quicker. And on these clips, if you use these clips, there's a curved side and a flat side. Make sure the flat side goes to the back. Make sure that flat side goes to the back, y'all. Da-doom, da-doom. I'm excited on this quilt. Excited, y'all. Doom, doom. And look, it just lines up right perfect. I always like it when it lines up perfect, because when you're pinning it together and all of a sudden you get to the other side and you got like 3 inches over, you're like, how the heck did I do that? But it happens to me often because, like I said, I don't really use patterns. So all right, so we're gonna stitch these. And like I said, you have the curved side and then you have flat side. The reason it has that flat side is because it just goes right across your machine there. And as it slides across the machine, you just take it off. So. Okay. No walking today, so we got plenty of time. It's a little chilly to be walking. Okay. To-doom, to-doom. It is already stitching together. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. All right. Next row. Next row. This one's the center. Yes, this is the center one. This one is the center one. Yep, it is the center. And I want to make sure that I actually sew it on the center and not on the side. So. We're already to the center. This is stitch. Like I said, this is stitches really cute. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Rocky Point Rose. That's a cool username. Very cool. Thanks for joining the live. Thanks for joining and hanging out this morning. I always like all the different usernames. There's so many different fun usernames. What size of quilt? So this is a lap quilt. This one is a lap quilt. So I like to make lap quilts. I like to make a lap quilt. Okay. So center square, y'all. Center square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. So here's the one that we've already got pieced here. So we're going to put that one there. That one there. That one there. I'm going to grab this one because it's the center one. We want to make sure. They said I have, here's the right side's up. So I put it like this and then I fold it down just to make sure that I'm pinning it on the right, because I've sewed them upside down. I have sewed them upside down, y'all. That is no fun. No fun. I'm gonna add another clip. Never too many clips. Never too many clips. Nice thing is if it's clipped, it stays in place and you can just stitch right along the line. Just stitch right along that line, y'all. Then once we get this done, we'll press it out. Grab the backing and the batting. Yeah, isn't that nice when it lines up? I know I said that last time, but I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. So fun, fun. All right. All right. Stitch right along. And this is just a 1/4 inch seam on these, y'all. Just a 1/4 inch seam that I'm stitching. And I'm not pulling or pushing. I just let the machine pull it itself. The machine does the work for you. You just kind of direct the fabric there, y'all. Just kind of direct the fabric. Two more rows, guys. Two more. This is gorgeous. I am loving this. This is going to be gorgeous. Going to be gorgeous. Okay, next row. Do you use, not on this machine, Amy, not on this one. On my embroidery machines, I do. On my embroidery machines, I do. I've yet to find pre-round bobbins for this machine. Y'all, so these bobbins are huge. Where... I got another bobbin. I'll have to see. I have to show you. So these bobbins are a lot bigger. They're a lot bigger bobbins on the Husqvarna. So I've yet to find pre-wound bobbins for the Husqvarna. Yes, you got to have them for the embroidery. Thanks, Shannon. Thank you. You got to have them for the embroidery machine. But for this one, no, I don't use pre-wound. So I do have a bobbin winder, though. I do have a bobbin winder that I use. So. I wish I could figure out how to wind as much thread as they do on those pre-wound bobbins. I have tried. I can't wind them that tight. I love my Luminaire. I have a Luminaire and a Quattro 2. Brother has just got it as far as embroidery machines go, y'all. I don't know. I have the Topaz 50 over here too, embroidery machine. But I have to say the brothers are the ones that are the top of the line. That's just my opinion as far as embroidery goes. Everybody has a different one and a different favorite one. But those are just my favorite. And I've tried a lot of them. I've tried Genome's. I've tried Berninas. I've tried so many different types. Do you always use it? I do. For the most part, I do, Heidi. For the most part, when I'm piecing, I use a leader and a stop, or a start and stop on there. So, all right. So, again, you have this one right side up. And then I hold this right side up so I know which way it's going and then fold it over. That way you know exactly which way it should go. I get excited at this point because it's pieced together, y'all. And y'all, we've done this in 2 days. We have done this in 2 days. So easy quilt. I like quilts that don't take long to piece. I like the quilts that don't take long to piece. My first quilt I made you, Miss Amy? That one was a holy cow one. That one took a while. That one took us a while to piece. But it turned out so gorgeous. Turned out really gorgeous. And that one had lots of colors in it. Lots of colors in it. Right, isn't it? It's cool. I have a dream machine. She still works. Awesome. Yeah, Diane, I'm telling you, they just work. I know I was talking to the guy at the sewing place, and he was saying they have the what do you call it? The warranty on the mechanics of it. He said he's never used the warranty on it. So I think that tells you something. I think that tells you something on there. So. All right, so we got this row and then one more row, y'all. And it'll be pieced. It will be pieced. I'm excited. And I just dropped a clip somewhere. Where it went. Where'd my clip go? There he is. No. Okay. That goes there. Stitch this one. I like the start and stops, and as you can see, you don't have that bunch. Because sometimes, especially when you're using thinner fabric and stuff, it likes to grab those feed dogs on the bottom, like to grab that bottom fabric and bunch it up. So that's why you use that start and stopper. so close, guys. All right. We got one more row to add. One more row. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm excited. Excited here, guys. Right? Rocky Point, did I miss a message? I apologize if I did. I have a brother sewing machine that I got from Silky Pantyhose in 1980, and it still works. I'm a total brother girl. I have an XP3 and a PQ 1500 along with this. Right? I'm with you. I'm with you. But I mean, I have the because I have the Luminaire, the Quattro 2, but then I also have I use a variety. The Husqvarna is my go-to for stitching. I love the way she stitches. And then I have a Topaz 50, which is a embroidery and sewing machine also. And then my other serger is a Burnett, so which is made by Bernina. So I just use a variety of all of them, but my embroidery go-to is definitely brother. My embroidery go-to is definitely a brother. Last row, y'all. Last row. Okay. Good morning, Miss Amy. Good morning. I have my two Amy's on here. That is exciting. Okay. So, again, we're going to lay this out like this. We're going to take this one right side up, pull it down, and then we'll clip these together. Clip these together. And so when I start quilting it, so we'll figure out what, I'm thinking we're going to use this pink variegated thread to quilt it with. Miss Amy, you okay with, are you still on here, Miss Amy? They're about, is there 4 of you in there? Are you okay with the pink variegated thread for quilting? Because that's what I was kind of thinking on the quilting side. Unless you're thinking of a different. We can do something different if you like. Okay, coolness. Coolness. I'm excited. We're fixing to see what this looks like. We are fixing to see what this looks like, y'all. Of course, this is at the point I wished I had room for an ironing board, because ironing the quilt is a little tricky. A little bit tricky there, y'all. Miss Dolly, as far as I love clips, because number one, I don't poke my fingers, so I like to use clips. There's some things that you do need a pin for, but for the most time, clips are my go-to. Y'all, I'm excited. Every strip was perfect. This was a meant to be quilt, Miss Amy. This was a meant to be quilt. All the strips are perfect here, y'all. Okay. Last one. Need an ironing pad for your right? I don't know how that would work, Miss Mandy. I don't know how that would work. Are you quilting hearts, flowers? It will not be freeform. No, I'm not going to meander it. I have to look and see. I was thinking flowers. I was actually thinking flowers on here. I don't know. We might look, depending on how much time we have. It looks like tomorrow is going to be our quilting day. Look like tomorrow is going to be the quilting day. So I might do some research this evening and find a quilting design. So, but we'll get her sandwiched today. We should be able to have time to get her sandwiched. So. Okay, she's pieced. Over. Yeah. How excited is that? Where do I store everything? Well, I usually only I have up here on the, so we're in the toy hauler. So up top is a bed above me. So on the bed above me, I actually have fabric up there. So I have fabric up there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a toy hauler garage, y'all. Y'all, how cool is that? It came out a gorgeous. Let's do some ironing. I turn that iron on. Turn the iron on. We'll let that iron up, heat up a little bit. Heat up a little bit, right? Turned out gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's beautiful, right? I'm telling you, it's kind of cool, and it pieced out really quick. So that is a nice thing. If you have a quilt that, you know, somebody's like, hey, I need a quilt like quick. So this is one that, number one, turns out really, really pretty. And depending on what fabric you use or, you know, anything there, it turns out very pretty. So number two, it's easy. I love easy. So thanks for the heart puffs. I appreciate it. So that is what makes it very nice. So we'll get this iron heated. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. While that's heating, you are very welcome, Prinny. You are very welcome. So I'm going to grab some pulping. So I'm grabbing my bolt of batting. And then I think, because we're going to sandwich this quilt. We're going to get it sandwiched. I don't think we're going to have enough time to get started on the quilting, but we're going to get it sandwiched. I'm going to grab that. And I think my vacuum that I'm going to use is up top here. So hold on a minute. I'm going to grab, climbing a stairs right behind you. Climbing the stairs. I'm going to show y'all what I use for backings. So, a lot of people are different, but I kind of like to use, I don't think that would be big enough. No. I use sheets. I know I've had some people say you can't use sheets. You can use sheets. Why not? Sheets work out really well. So it's kind of what I use is sheets. So, all right. So we're going to iron this. All ironed out. Nothing else. The iron warm me up. Iron's gonna warm me up. So your mom used sheets all the time. I don't see a problem with it. it's like, number one, it's perfect size. And I actually have, it's a king size quilt, so I can actually, or sheet, so I could actually do 2 quilts with 1 sheet. So makes it kind of nice. Get all these pressed. You get them all pressed, that way when you sandwich that quilt and you load it into the embroidery machine, because I don't have a long arm anymore. I used to have a long arm, and that's a lot of fun, y'all. Never long arm. Long arming is fun. But fold that this way. Go back up to the first square. Turn it around, get the other side. Sorry if I'm missing comments, y'all. Sorry if I'm missing comments. Did you have a programmable long arm so you could load? Yes. So I did have a programmable long arm. I had a Unique 19, and I had the software to go along with it. And nice thing is I created some of my designs, and then I loaded some of my designs, y'all. So lots and lots of fun. That was how my husband liked to quilt. He liked to quilt because he couldn't freehand. He didn't like the freehand portion of it. But the programmable side of it, he loved. He loved doing that side of it. So, and he actually quilted his quilts he made. I can't remember how many he made. I bet he made probably 5, I think. He made his mama quilt, which is cool. He had a John Deere quilt that he made. He's got a eagle quilt that's on his chair. That deer quilt that he made. I'm trying to remember all the different ones that he made. So. Turn you off. Okay. So we are all pieced, y'all. All pieced. This is just going to be, I'm excited. I'm excited, y'all. Okay. So let me fold this up. I'm going to fold this up. This is going to be an awesome. Do you want to see the back? I can show you the back. So here's the back. Here is the back. There's the back of it. So, So we're going to go to here. The backing material. No. So you're fixing to see it. You are fixing to see the backing material. That's where we're headed, is to go sandwich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry the stuff over there. If your sheet back is not 100% cotton, how does it wash up? Is there a difference? I don't have an issue with my sheets. I do like to at least use a 300 thread count. Anything lower is kind of a pain, but once they're stitched up, I have no issue with them. So, how many rows? 5 rows, 5 rows, Diane. So, all right, let's go back there. We're going to get it sandwiched right quick. We are going to get it sandwiched. Miss Debbie, is she on here? I was going to tell her that I sent her. Good morning, Debbie. Check your messages. I sent your, because your mug rugs are going to be shipped out today. I use sheets all the time for my backing. They work because with sheets, they're meant to be, it's a lap size quilt. They are meant to be washed all the time. So they work out. You know what? I get them all over the place. You know what? A good place. Thanks for the heart me. A good place to get sheets on sale is JCPenney. Y'all check out JCPenney because they have them on sale. Hold on. We're going to go on walk again. Let me take this stuff in there. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay. Here we go on walkabout again. Walkabout. Okay. My grandma used sheets all the time back, and they work, right? They work. So, okay. So here we go on walkabout again. My sewing space. That's my sewing space, y'all. Toy hauler. Then we'll go back, buy the quilts again. We're going to go back, buy the quilts again. Quilt. Okay. Oopsie daisy. For some reason or another, my furnace, I don't know why, just does not stay on. But if you turn it off and back on again, okay, back in here again, guys. Yeah, the sheets are a lot cheaper. I'll tell you, the backing fabric, I don't know why, but they charge an arm and a leg for backing fabric. It is crazy. Okay, first we're going to lay the quilt out so we can see it. Oh my gosh, guys, what do you think? Gorgeous. I think that turned out gorgeous. And how easy was that, y'all? How easy was that? So these are actually sheets this is a microfiber, so it's actually soft. This one is actually really soft sheets. So I'm gonna get this sheet out here. Wait till you see the color of this. The color of the sheet is going to be gorgeous. The color is going to be gorgeous, y'all. Okay. What about that color, guys? It's like a mauve color, I think. Is that what color? Is that what they call it? Mauve? Yeah, so this is the backing. Thanks for the follow, y'all. Thanks for the follow. So we have pieced this quilt in the last 2 days. Now we are going to sandwich this quilt right I'm thinking, what do you think, Miss Amy? What do you think about the color? I think it coordinates pretty good. Looks great. Okay, hold on. So it is, can you see the color? It's like a mauve kind of, it's like a purplish color. It's a purplish color. Let me see if I can pick this up. I'm trying to get you guys to see the color. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a lavenderish, did it say the color on there? Let's see if it said the color on there. So it said Purple Dawn. It says Purple Dawn on here. You can almost see it better there. You can see the color there better. Right? I'm thinking it's pretty. I think it's pretty. Is that okay, Miss Amy? I'm hoping that's okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you for the heart, Mies. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to sandwich this quilt. How are you going to sandwich this quilt? We're going to take this one off. What we're going to do is we're going to take the sheet and we're going to go with the right side down. We're going to have the right side down on here. And we're going to, like I said, this is a big sheet, so we're going to be cutting quite a bit of it off here. We'll cut quite a bit of it off. And y'all, when I quilt in the hoop, I have like probably 3 inches on each side. That way when you're quilting, move y'all back a little bit. Let's see if I can move you back. Hopefully I can get by here. When you're quilting it, you're able to go out to the edge further. You're able to go out to the edge or further, so. That up there. So I'm going to get this side pulled up. And then I'll move over to the other side. Small spaces, guys. Small spaces. So you have your backing, and you don't have to worry about it being too tight, because the nice thing is that magnetic hoop that we're going to use in the embroidery machine. You actually keep it tight, and you make it where it all stays taut in there. So, I mean, you kind of get it as lined up as possible on here. And we'll trim that side. So you take the backing. I'm thinking, if I remember right, I'm going to have to do this way. Ugh. This is the only section that drives me crazy in the RV, is trying to make sure that it So this is a low loft batting. They have different kinds of battings that you can use. I like the low loft. I like the thinner quilts. I don't, well, and Trying to do a thicker quilt in my small space is not no fun. I just did one, that 50th anniversary one I did. I actually did double batting. I will never do that again because, y'all, I just don't have the space for the double batting. Just does not work out very well. Okay, so get batting. Like I said, I use extra on the sides. I do extras on the side, but y'all, I take and use up that batting because I use it for my mug rugs. I use it for my my abstract things that I make. I use all of my batting. Pretty much every little piece I have of batting gets used. So we'll get this. Sorry, I keep walking in front of you guys. But small spaces, guys. Small spaces. So I'm going to take a break. You haven't found them for your dream machine? Dime. Google the dime ones, Diane. I have dime machines. Does it have a different hookup? Okay. So we're going to keep. Maybe I'm excited about this quilt. I am excited. Okay, as you see at the top of the quilt, you see I have quite a bit of space up here. But this space right here is the reason I do that is that way when you load it into your embroidery machine into the hoop, you're able to quilt all the way to the edge. Because if you just do it right to the edge, then you can't quilt to the edge. So I make it where you can quilt as far as you can to that edge, y'all. So I'm going to leave this space over here too. Leave that space over there. This one. Okay. That is going to be gorgeous, y'all. I'm excited. So now what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to leave that space over there. I'm going to leave that space up top. But I'm going to trim. I'm going to try to see which is the best way to do this. Yeah. And y'all, just as an FYI, batting will dull your scissors quicker than anything. So I don't use my sewing scissors to cut batting. I use just like these. I use these. They're like your kitchen scissors. Oh, I had no idea. I had no idea that, Marnie. So I guess Dime got bought out, y'all. So we're going to trim this across. So I'll get the batting trimmed first, and then I'll do the backing. If I can reach, can I reach? It's gonna be close. I reached. And then this will probably be my scrap fabric I keep for like my abstract quilt or baby quilt, something. Okay. There's that. And then I'm going to trim this side. Then I'm going to trim sheet. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yay, we're all trimmed. Okay, let me go grab the hoop because we're going to go ahead and get it hooped and ready for tomorrow, guys. That way tomorrow we can just start right off quilting. We can just start right off quilting, guys. Let me go grab that hoop and I'll show you how I get it hooped. Be right back. Okay, so a lot of people hoop these different. A lot of people do it different. Some people start from the middle and work their way out. I don't, okay? I start from the edge and I just work my way up. I just work my way up on these. So thinking, so my machine will load that way, so I need to go on that side. So I'm going this way, because what I try to do, I try to load it. So as you see, I'm going to come all the way to that edge. I'm going to come all the way to the edge here. Turn y'all this way so you can see here. So what I'm doing is I'm coming all the way to the edge. So what I'm going to do, so on this one right here, so this is the bottom side. And you don't need stabilizer or anything on this when you're actually doing your edge to edge. So you have your 3 layers of fabric. You have your backing fabric, you've got your batting, and then you've got your top fabric. So what we're doing is we're going to take the back of this hoop, and this is the one that loads into the machine. This is the side that loads into the machine. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that the side that goes off to the side of the machine is going out that way. That way it doesn't bunch up on this side. It's eventually going to bunch up this way, but that's okay. But what we're going to do is this will go underneath. This is going to go underneath here. And I'm going to try and line it up with the edge of this fabric. That way it's there. Then I'm going to take. So you have your magnetic hoop. Y'all, the magnetic hoop is a big game changer when you're doing quilting in the hoop. Because with your hoops that actually have the things that pop in, I used to quilt in the hoop, but I quit doing it with those hoops because you'd quilt along and all of a sudden it'd pop out. Nightmare, y'all. Nightmare. So nice thing is the hoop is down there. You just take and you pop it in there. So you line it up. So it's all lined up there. And then you make sure, and you, with it being magnet, you can kind of pull it out, make sure it's all tight there. And this is why you don't put spray. You know, sometimes you can baste your quilt with spray. Don't do that if you're using if you're doing embroidery, because if you baste that fabric, you can't pull it tight on there. You can't pull it tight. So, and you don't want to do that. So so that one's tight. And then what you can do, I always take my hand, and I'll go over this again tomorrow. I'll go over it again tomorrow, but you take your hand and you go across the bottom. This is easier. You can just look and see. And you take and you pull that sheet tight. So you know how when you have it loaded into your long arm, you're able to keep it all tight with those rods. So you're able to, you know, when you turn it, you get it all turned and then you get it all taut. That way your bottom sheet is tight, and then your batting and your top is, and all of them are all tight. You've got 3 different rods that you're running all those on. You don't have that in the embroidery machine, but you have this hoop. And that's how you do it in the hoop, is you get it all sandwiched in there. And then once it's all sandwiched in there, you pull it all tight, and it gets all tight, and then it stays. So nice thing is when you get this loaded into the hoop, being it's a magnetic hoop, you only hoop it once. You only hoop it once. So you get it into the machine, and then once you run this first stitch on, you just take the top magnet off. You leave the hoop in the machine, okay? And then you just take and move it down. So my machine has a projector on it, which is phenomenal. So with the projector, what makes it nice is you turn that projector on and you're able to actually line it up exactly where it's supposed to go and move it to there. If you don't have a projector, you create yourself a template. So what you do is you load a stabilizer into your hoop. And somebody the other day said something about a shower curtain, your Dollar Tree shower curtains. So I use the Luminaire 2. I use the Luminaire 2, which is a brother. But if you don't have a machine with a projector on it, you can create your own templates. You can create your own templates by loading stabilizer into your hoop. Clear stabilizer is your best. So you're like your dissolvable, is it called dissolvable? Whatever your stabilizer that's clear. I can't think of the name of it. Wash away, your wash away stabilizer. But like I said, the other day, somebody said shower curtain from Dollar Tree. Shower curtain from Dollar Tree works great. But what you do is you take and you hoop it into your hoop, and you run that stitch. You run your quilting stitch directly onto that the stabilizer. But then before you remove it from there, take a permanent marker, and you draw a line on the inside of your hoop, and then you mark your centers on each side. Mark your centers on each side, and then at the top, right top and bottom. That way, good morning. That way, when you're actually quilting, and because you'll move to your next point, then you load that template that you just made and put it in there. So that makes it where it works out really well. So, all right, y'all, we are all pieced. We are hooped and ready. Tomorrow, we will start quilting, y'all. We will start quilting. I will look at some quilting designs today. I'm going to see if I can find some hearts and flowers. I kind of want hearts and flowers. So we'll see exactly what we can do. But y'all, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out today. Today was a fun day. Like I said, tomorrow, y'all, are we ready to quilt tomorrow? I'm excited. So anybody new to me, give me a follow. I am on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. And just as a reminder, I do have a class coming up, a 2-day virtual class on Zoom. It is in February. If you want some information on it, send me a message. I can get you the information on it. There is a video pinned into my bio that you can check out on that class. So the 2-day class is an abstract class. So your first day, we will be making a postcard and then a mug rug, a pot holder, and a placemat. Just learning the process on how to do an abstract quilt. The next day, what we'll do is you're going to turn that into a quilt. You will turn that into a quilt, and it's going to be an all-day live. So there's an edge-to-edge heart pattern on each. Oh, cool. If you have it, can you send it to me? If you can have it, send me a message on that. So yeah, I'm excited too, Irie. I am excited. You already signed up. We have a few people that have already signed up. We are limited on space, y'all. Get in there and sign up, y'all, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And just as you know, on the 2-day class, I am giving away a grand prize of a quilt. I will be giving away a quilt, and I'm also going to be giving away some smaller items during the class. So it's going to be a fun class, y'all. Gonna be a fun class, and we'll be on Zoom. We're going to be on Zoom, so we won't be limited on what we can do or say or whatever. So we can just have fun, laugh, and enjoy. Lunch will be in the middle. I'll have lunch with y'all. So yeah, send me a message. You want some information? And y'all, tomorrow, 4:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Send me a message and I'll send you the information. Send me a message. I'll send you the information if you want to sign up. But so tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m., we will be starting to quilt. We will be starting to quilt. I'm excited, excited, excited. This is going to be gorgeous. So we should be able to get it quilted tomorrow because it's already ready. It's ready. We're just going to start quilting tomorrow. So, and I'll start I'm going to start fairly close right there to 4:30, probably at 4:45. We'll be already quilting. So, and then the next day we'll be binding. So we're gonna get this whole thing done. We are gonna get the whole thing done. So thank you. Hey Ray, nice to see you. You guys have a good day and happy Tuesday to you, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Love you guys.